Hey everyone, thank you for bearing with us for our off week. Welcome back to The Breath Between Branches, which is our Wildsea story. We're all having a pretty good day. Hope you're having a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this. Really appreciate you being here. A few announcements before we get started. If this is your first time here, welcome. The best place to find out what's going on with us at MagiRPG is to join our Discord, discord.gg/MagiRPG. We have finished up The Curse of the House of Rookwood, but you can catch up on that and watch the whole thing in its entirety, at least the first generation thereof, on our YouTube, youtube.com/MagiRPG. In addition, we still have our Thursday game, Dying Storms, which is our Cosmere RPG game. That is continuing again this week, and you can catch that on our YouTube as well. We have this episode, which is our second to last episode of the first season, and then we will be back next week for the finale. I believe we are going to be starting about an hour late next week due to some scheduling stuff. Originally, we were supposed to finish up this week, but we didn't want to have to cram in 2 episodes at once due to missing last week. So thankfully, awesome crew who wants to play and be here with everyone. We're going to do one more week, send you off into U.S. Thanksgiving with one last show before we take our winter break, and then we'll be back in January. So that's it. How are you all doing? How's everyone doing? Everyone good?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's play some games. Yeah.
Yes.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closer. I knew that it was seconds from you losing me, but I just couldn't give it up. And all the times you said you wanted me, when you know we don't get along like we used to. Went along with everything you said and done for me. You'll never love me now, but you'll never know. You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure, you're feeling me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love, don't call me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love so blindly.
Everyone forgot that we had an intro, so they just thought we were sitting here in silent, looking at the screen, not knowing what was happening.
Everyone just awkwardly sitting.
I'm glad that I have that effect. That people can just forget.
This
it's
is
wonderful.
what happened from my perspective. Is there was like, you said let's play a game, and then 5 seconds went by, and I went, "That's right, intro." Like that was what it was for me.
I did not do that. I forgot.
Momo was just like, what's do I say something? Did everyone have a stroke? I don't.
I did think we were all just having a collective shutdown time.
Just floor time.
Sorry. Okay.
Last time you all got to the supposedly utopian island of the concourse, only to realize that your friends Youngblood and Needle went missing, were unable to find them anywhere, but you're getting some weird vibes from this place. People are a little bit friendly, and then you saw some iron manacles just kind of on the ground out of place. And this guide that you have seems a little strange, a little sus. You all were kind of plotting about what you were going to do about this situation when we left off, making contingencies on contingencies, might needing to throw hands or throw some people overboard. But there's a lot of things to talk about, explore, and discover. So I'm going to leave it all with you in your little team huddle as you saw the last thing was you wanted to see, could we even leave if we wanted to? And you saw that the ship, it seems like it's being guarded, but not in the way that people usually guard a ship. It's like they look like they're guarding it to make sure the ship can't leave, not guarding it to make sure that it's protected. And so I pass it to all of you. What are your thoughts? What are your plans? What do you want to do?
Aizuesco looks like she is restrained, but barely. And I don't mean like handcuffed. I mean more in the sense of like there was a discussion about holding off before doing anything particularly violent, and she is struggling with keeping that I'll say promise.
Commitment.
But she says
Temporary
nothing otherwise.
commitment.
Yes. Visha, specifically, you could probably see like the subtle vibrations of the lightning rod that makes up the like her forearm, essentially. And her inkblot eyes are kind of slitted, but she hasn't said anything yet.
And just to set the scene, if you all don't remember, this is like a multi-leveled island mountain for us. Very large. I wouldn't quite call it a metropolis, but there's definitely at least over 100 people that live here. And as I alluded to, it's a pretty militaristic society in a lot of ways, positive and negative for the two of you from there. It reminds you of Hearthstone, with how readily people are armed, how many people look like they're soldiers or warriors. It's a little bit disconcerting. The streets are very organized. There's signage that is pointing to the different places. Actual roads for people to walk on. But amidst all of that order, something is not quite right.
Okay, so we discussed a couple of things that we needed to do. On top of that priority is going to be to find our friends.
Yes.
Once we know where they are, that opens up our options. If things need to get a little bit physical, and he looks over at Aizuesco, well, then at least we know how we can keep our friends safe.
I have a question.
Yes?
Why don't we just ask for them back?
Aizuesco stops and stands still for a second, and it almost seems as if she is like restraining that urge to snap, and inhales through. She doesn't quite have like like a human nose, but it's like there's an inhale with her lips like clamped shut. Skel, typically those who would accost or kidnap are not so willing to acquiesce to a simple ask. At least That is my experience.
But we did not get paid or anything for them. There was no agreement.
The agreement, I believe, Skel, is that we will stay as well and work as they will, trapped as they are, and we get nothing but the privilege of. And she stops, does not finish her sentence.
These sound like horrible people. Why don't we just do something about it? I don't advocate for violence very often, but we could.
Skel, if you think we should ask for them back, I can see this being a course of action, but I do not anticipate it will go well.
That is my worry as well. Right now, they think they have us in a position where we're not aware of what they might be planning, where they might be seen as helpful, where we might be in their debt, where they can further solidify a position of power over us. If we were to tip them off that we were concerned, maybe it gets a lot harder to enact an escape plan. Maybe it's harder to find our friends. Maybe it's harder to get them out of whatever situation they might be in. Which leads me to my next question. Why, if they were taken, why them? Why were they singled out?
From my recollection, they are curious. Perhaps they wandered into some place they were not meant to be, not meant to see. I don't think it was a matter of why them, just them being the first.
You see
could be
Skel kind of looking around. This place is interesting. It is nice.
Yes, it does seem pretty nice, but it seems that it's only nice because they've built it on the backs of other people.
A proposal should violence come to pass, Captain. We do not liberate the people, we liberate the place.
Vesh sits with that for a moment. And GM, how big is this island? I mean, most islands are fairly large, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, this you think you could probably walk around the island in a few hours, so it's not enormous. It's not like, we're not talking about like Everest or anything. I would say it's on the smaller size for an island.
Okay. And like, how many people did we see? I mean, we saw soldiers.
You've seen dozens, at least 100 people, and it looks like it can house at least that many as well. So I wouldn't say it's like a city, but it's at least like what you would consider a large town. It's pretty big. For the Wildsea, this is a lot of people in one place.
Uh, I I don't know, Aizuesco. I don't know how feasible that is. We are not an army. There's 4 of us.
They expect us to gather our friends and leave.
I think they expect us to try and bring more people here. And I think that might be why they're being nice to us. I implied that we had other friends that are also looking for a home. And that we were going to reach out to them if this place seemed suitable. Obviously, I don't think that any of us thinks this is suitable. So none of us are going to reach out to them.
So then they will keep us here.
I think that's the plan.
It is not an issue to run, Captain. I am fine with fighting to leave. I fear that fighting to leave does not heal the wound, merely places leaves over it in hopes that it will not be noticed. If we liberate the island itself, people can come here, stay here, live here. But the choice is yours.
And Vesh will look up with concern in his eyes and just trouble written all over his face. I'm not a soldier, Aizuesco. I've barely picked up a spear. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't lead a rebellion or resistance. And I don't know, you're strong. I've seen how strong you are. But there are hundreds of people here.
What if we take a more stealth approach?
What do you mean?
Well, you could. Well, we could do some investigating first. Play along. Learn as much as we can. Find out where they're weak and where we can strike.
They did say they had quite the amount of letters to send.
Okay. So
Play
what do you
your
suggest?
part, Captain Vesh.
What do you mean?
Be the word bearer.
Okay, I can do that. What are we going to do about supplies?
Well, we aren't leaving, so we don't need them at the moment. But if all works out in the end, they will be free for the taking.
Vesh will start pacing a short distance.
I do have one question again. If liberation is an option, if they are liberated, who becomes in charge?
I don't know. I'm not a leader of that sort. I'm not running. I don't know how to run a town. But if we are the liberators, we would be the ones in control. Right? I mean, that's usually how that works. If you take over, if you eliminate the existing power structure, their council, or however they run things here, well, then you're the new council.
They have Lao.
Yes, Lau is very sweet. And experienced.
He was a council member in Rusttown. He has abilities.
And all the people that are already here, we're making that decision for them. Just installing a new leader for them. That's...
Well, maybe there can be like a group meeting. At City Hall. You know.
I don't know about other people's politics, but if you do not have someone in charge, you will fall apart. Like me. I would simply dissolve into a swarm if no one took control.
I don't know. I need to think about it. And we don't have a lot of time to think.
What time is it, Firefly?
I believe you're
Is it
still
early?
in-
Because
It's early enough in the evening that you could get some stuff done tonight. Because you guys got in at night, if I'm remembering correctly.
yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So it's not sleepy time yet. It's still normal time for you all to roam around if that's what you wish to do. And it's dark enough that you could be sneaky.
But do we have to be
You
sneaky?
don't have to.
They haven't.
They haven't done anything outright hostile to any of you. In fact, they've been
Correct.
kind and welcoming outwardly.
I say we play the part.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I agree with that for sure. It's just to what end?
Well, that is for you to decide.
Okay, well, for now, we need to find our friends. We need to make sure everyone is accounted for so that if anything does happen, whatever we decide to do, the people that we were charged with taking care of, who we have a responsibility over, are safe first.
The only two that were missing were Youngblood and Needle.
Correct. So, maybe we ask in a more innocent way.
I already did that.
Okay. Well, then maybe we don't ask and just start looking. I don't
Okay.
know.
Let's go looking. You're taking a lot of time to make decisions.
Damn.
Okay, let's go.
Come on, you learn by doing. Let's go do.
So is your idea is to kind of, all of you are just going to
Peek
do some
around.
exploring, not skulking so much, but just kind of wandering around and seeing where you can wander to without drawing too much attention. Am I getting the impression correctly?
Mm-hmm.
We're taking peeks.
Okay.
We're peeking around.
So I would accept, I think Hunt works for this. I think Outwit works for this. And yeah, I'd say those make the most sense, but if someone has another skill that they would like to propose instead, I'm all ears.
I'm looking.
So
Oof.
I would maybe use study to study the environment and look at places like maybe the layout of this area to, you know, you can see where that's the
So kind
food
of
harvesting
looking at
area.
locations to see if there's a place that they might be keeping people. Is that your idea there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything stands out as just not in the ordinary or easily, narrow down the places to search.
That's very
I
valid.
guess.
Yep. So, okay, you can do that with a
For-
applicable edge.
For Aizu, I was thinking instinct sense because she's trying to see if there's, guards that are maybe onto them as they're walking around,
Okay.
keeping an ear out for, she's essentially kind of just like listening in to see if there's anyone that shouldn't be keeping an eye on them
Okay.
doing so, any of that kind of stuff.
Okay. All good. You all can roll those. What about for Visha, and what about for? I think that's everyone. Yeah. What about for Visha?
I was gonna maybe go for Sharp's studies, specifically the determining a pattern, flaw, or weakness. There has to be a slip up. Nobody's perfect.
Okay.
There's gonna be something. There's gonna be something I catch.
Go ahead. And I'm seeing a lot of successes. Skel's success with a twist. Vesh is a success. Aizuesco is a success. And Visha's success.
Slay. We call that a slay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Here they are.
Easy.
You all divide and conquer.
You just lift a barrel and they're all under.
They're smoking under a barrel.
You
Hey
all
guys, what's up?
divide and conquer, and you're looking. Now, because none of you are using any sneaky skills, you're not going to be able to go anywhere where it is very clear that people are not wanting you to go. Having said that, here is what each of you collectively discover. There was someone who was specifically looking like, how are they treating you? They very much are still looking at you with skepticism and suspicion. Despite the outwardly kind nature that they've shown you so far, they don't trust you. Now, most of the things on the levels that most of the people are on and that you can see, there isn't anywhere that looks like there could be a place where anyone's being held prisoner or being forced to work. You spend, I don't know, I'd assume you all would spend at least an hour on this. And in the hour or so that you're looking around trying to understand the layout of this place, no one stops you, and you're able to go pretty much everywhere that you could see from the harbor. There's nowhere that's explicitly off limits. There comes a time, however, when you realize that there's something further down into the island, that there seems to be something lower than what you thought was the ground floor, and that looks to be very heavily guarded, and you're not able to find alternative means to get there. The twist, Skel, you realize very quickly that there's two types of people that are kind of discerning you. There are the people that give you very warm and what your success has told you are very fake smiles. And then there are those who greet you with suspicion and outright hostility, with almost no in between. There's no one that's indifferent. Everyone takes notice of you very quickly. And it's a little bit jarring that you have people that are just outright almost hostile, but then also people who are greeting you with a kind of Stepford Wives-esque kindness and amiability. It's disconcerting.
How are we traveling?
I'm assuming on foot independently, but if you would
So,
like to change
are we
that,
all by ourselves? Are we all doing
that's up
our
to
individual
you all.
things?
Aizu's sticking. I mean, if y'all have decided to split, she's picking one of you to stick with.
Buddy system.
Probably the captain. If I had to wager a guess.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
go with Skel then.
Yeah.
The way that he spoke about like worrying about not being a soldier, and she would definitely be like, "Get behind me, child!" Like,
Yes.
Oh, sweet
Yeah.
summer child. But yeah, no one.
But
no
she's
one.
she's behind you for now, Vesh. So
But maybe it's a little
Okay.
surprising you. No one tries to kidnap you or put hands on you or anything of that sort the entire time.
This is strange, Visha.
Oh, very. You know what we could do?
No.
I could probably get past that, you know those guards we saw?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably get past those.
And what do you intend on doing after you've gotten past them?
I don't know, just want to see. Just go look, and then I would come right back.
And what if you are captured?
Well, you can come with me.
And she'll hold out her hand.
I am not unliving.
No, I mean, send someone with me.
Oh, yes. I can do that, yes.
Yeah. That way, if anything happens, you can see, and you can go back. But I just want to peek. I just want to see what's down there.
It is dangerous. I will allow it.
Okay. She kind of just tilts head like, oh.
Okay, well,
She lifts her little hand out.
And he
Brings it
puts his hand on yours, and from under his sleeve, a little spider crawls out.
all right.
I will walk around.
Okay. I'm just peeking. That's it.
That one is expendable if you need to retreat quickly.
Puts on shoulder.
Good
And-
luck.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Visha, you were going to try to, I'm assuming you're going to use your spectral variants to try to
I am.
go through. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
So make sure you mark that. And then now we're going to need a sneaky beaky skill. How are you getting past them?
great question, because I don't know. What I would use.
Outwit is probably the one that is most applicable, but I'm assuming you don't have any points into it.
No!
Thank you. Well, welcome, Raiders.
I sure don't.
Hope you had a good stream.
Let me see.
I believe it is you roll one die and triumphs
what
become
happens.
conflicts and conflicts become failures is how it works. However, I will say because you were using spectral variants, what I was going to do is actually increase the impact. So it would actually just be a straight roll if you want to
Okay.
do that.
Let's do that.
And we can hope.
Okay, a 4.
Okay.
A 4. She just peeking.
You
I'm just
get
peeking.
to where you previously saw tunnel leading further into the mountain. And you kind of go through the wall and floating through the side, a little bit lost as you're going. Eventually, knowing that you need to actually scout and just being part of the wall is not going to do you any good, you pop out into a corridor and you see hanging from the walls are these lanterns with candles. You hear hushed, like, echoes, like distant echoes of people talking and what sounds like metal clanging on metal. You venture further and you stick to the shadows. You realize as you get further into this, as the tunnels begin branching, and it's no longer one tunnel, one becomes 3, and it kind of like spider webs out, and each of these tunnels gets wider and longer as you go in. Eventually, though you're able to make it a few minutes without being spotted, eventually you make a mistake, and being not so comfortable still with your spectral form, you fall through a bridge when you thought you were going to go into a wall, and you plummet downwards until you end up in a large, open, like cavernous room, massive, and you see dozens of people in white uniforms mining with pickaxes, different minerals around you. For the moment, you have not been spotted, but you realize now you have fallen at least like 30 seconds straight down into the heart of this mountain and have no idea how you're going to get back up or how you even got here.
Fuck. Look at my little friend. Make sure they're situated. And I think, now that do I see blood needle? I mean, young blood.
Do you see young blood and needle?
Every time!
Blood
Every
needle.
time!
That's their group name. Is
That's
Blood
their group
Needle.
name, is Blood Needle.
That's so good.
Every time it's blood needle. Young blood or needle?
Give me another, just give me a sense with sharps.
5 and a 4.
You see young blood, but you don't see needle. And you see young blood Most of the people down here are not wearing restraints. They're just in uniform. You see Youngblood in uniform, but he has manacles on his ankles.
Young. Okay. Are there any guards or people that watch over them?
Tons. Just a quick spot from where you are, you can see at least 6. There could be more because even though this is a large cavern, on the sides of the cavern, you can see very similar to what I was describing, like the tunnel snaking out of it. You see that. And above, you see bridges like crisscrossing above you as well, as there are people walking back and forth. It seems that there is a city under this city.
I think to get out, what she might do is she's hoping by following one of the guards out, like maybe one of them is switching shift, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's her hope.
So you're just gonna try to sneak your way out again?
Yeah, it's pretty much I'm gonna stay quiet and hidden until hopefully I overhear someone. All right, man, I'm going on my break.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Skel, you are there, but not there. You are taking all of this in, though, and you can see all this as well with your little spiderling. So, all information shared. Visha, I will need you again to make an outwit roll using an edge of choice. Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask you for an edge before. Or did you do an edge last time? I actually don't know. Oh, no, you just...
No, you didn't ask me for an edge last time. I just did a
Yeah.
flat roll.
So I guess if you have an edge, it'll be it'll actually be extra impact. Sorry, because if you have an edge that applies, which I guess you could say grace probably.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, or I would
But
take
still rolling
veils
one.
also.
Just one die though.
So
still,
just one
correct?
die, but it's going to be increased impact because of your spectral variance.
A 6. A 6. A 6.
That is awesome.
Get me out of here.
You wait until one of the guards starts walking out, and it's not like they're going on break. It seems like they're more going to patrol, and you kind of are following them, like essentially like keeping your head poking out of the wall as you're walking up. How far up are you trying to go? Are you trying to fully get out of here, or are you just
Yes.
trying? Okay.
She wants out. She
Okay.
just wanted the peak. That's it.
Okay. So what I
get
will
the
say,
info.
to make this all the way back up, I would need you to mark your spectral variance again as you begin to feel yourself becoming more substantial and less like you're able to meld into the wall once you start climbing and you get about halfway back to where you think the entrance is. You begin to feel yourself solidifying. Do you want to mark it again?
Yes, I've just marked it.
Okay. You manage, with the help of your being insubstantial, and whenever you see someone turning towards you, you just kind of disappear into a rock or into the wall. And it takes you quite a while to get out, at least half an hour. But what you see is in every tunnel you go to or you go through, you see guards and you see people working, largely mining, but some of them are also just carting resources up towards the surface. But eventually you are able to get out and get back to sweet freedom into the streets above again.
She will go look for Skel with little friend in hand.
You can see the little spider in your hand is kind of like
Pointing.
looking where to go, directing you.
Okay, good. Yes, she will follow the little friend.
And where is Skel during this time?
He's sitting on a crate, like in an alley,
Okay.
just crisscross applesauce, just kind of sitting there.
It's like you're astral projecting.
Exactly,
Truly.
exactly. Spider projecting.
Yeah.
Spider projecting. She will scurry back
Okay.
with the guidance of the little spiderling.
Okay.
That is quite the operation.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult, I think.
What to do?
I don't know how to deal with that, but maybe we should just deliver the information and see what everybody thinks.
What is this? Skel motions around.
Where we are?
Yes.
An alley?
No, no. This spit. It is not like Rust Town, where it was built on the boughs of the greenery.
Oh, it's a mountain.
So they are digging into this mountain.
Yes, it seems so, for resources, minerals. Looks like gems and all kinds of things. I bet you could even find water, if in some areas. That would be
Very
good.
interesting. What if... No. Too much destruction.
What do you mean?
I am thinking back to the root quakes.
Mm-hmm.
If the tunnels became unstable, they would have to come up.
If they could still, yes.
And the workers outnumber the guards.
They do. They're not manacled, at least most of them.
Poor young blood was, though.
He probably hates it. Poor thing.
Not becoming one with the stones. Oh, maybe he is one with the stones now.
Not in the way he wants, I don't think. We'll get him out, though.
We should tell Captain and Aizuesco about what we saw.
We should. And
Stay close. It is not safe. Oh,
your friend is safe.
crawled back under his sleeve. Thank
Okay.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the captain and Aizuesco,
Yes. Recutting back to us.
yes.
So I think, unless Aizuesco wants to jump in with a different suggestion, I think when we split up, the first place that he would have suggested going is to I'm forgetting what it's called, where the word bearers would meet to get there.
The post.
The post.
The post.
The
yeah.
post. Yeah. And I've got an idea, potentially.
Yeah, you go to the post, and it is not nearly as grand as the Rusttown post. There is a single worker there. Again, just as a refresher, it's messy. It is not organized. They have letters scattered everywhere, and more than you've seen at a post this size. It's really just kind of a large shack with a desk in it, but with things piled everywhere.
So he's gonna go to the attendant and say, well, hello there. Word bearer yourself?
I have a description of this NPC.
My name's Vesh. He'll hold out his hand.
And you see a Zealocray, taller Zealocray, reach out, has 4 arms and reaches out with one of them. My name is Taka. And wearing kind of like a white and black loose clothing, a little bit shabby.
And if you wouldn't mind, Firefly, reminding me, did we catch the name of the leader that greeted us when we came in?
You did. It is Laka.
Laka, okay. Well, hello there. I'm also a word bearer. And it seems that we might be joining your island here. New arrivals. I'm sure you must have heard.
Splendid. Have you already been giving quarters?
Yes. Actually, Laka and I have been in communication for a little bit since I've arrived here, and I think we've come to an understanding. You know, we've brought in a lot of very able-bodied workers, and we're ready to put them to work, if you understand what I'm saying. On that note, I am eager to get myself integrated here, and I'm speaking with Laka. He'd like me to run some messages for him, and I am supposed to run a message to the armory. Do you know where that is?
Make a roll with Veils. I am looking at your sheet. Veils and Sway.
Yes, thanks.
Success. Triumph.
Did not want to fail this one.
You see this Zealocray shift a moment, but then kind of like blink many of their eyes at once, and they say, "Oh, so quickly. I suppose you haven't been given the proper tour yet. It's on sub-level 2 on the 3rd junction."
Sub-level 2. Nice to meet you. Gonna go get to work. And he's gonna quickly make haste before any suspicion is aroused.
Yeah, so while you have been given a location, you don't entirely know what it means, but you can infer there's definitely something under the city.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear that, Aizuesco? Sub-levels. We're looking underground. That might be why we couldn't find anybody.
She actually just nods to you, but doesn't say anything.
Well, I don't know how suited we are for a fight, but maybe we can stack the odds in our favor a little bit. You know, one good thing about being on an island, it's a little safer to use fire.
Her head tilts down in a way that she's kind of like leveling you as you say that. And she kind of does her like pseudo eyebrow raise, whereas like some of the slits on her left side narrow and the other ones widen a bit. But otherwise she just lets you keep going.
So without saying much more, I think he's going to try and find a way downwards. I think once we can find our way down, we can make our way out to where this armory is, and maybe maybe plan for causing a bit of a disturbance.
Okay. Are you going to try to meet back up with your comrades?
I don't know if we established any like meeting place or time. We were just splitting up.
Okay.
And I just kind of got this idea. So I just want to scout out and find out where the armory is, and then
Okay.
when we find that, we can go meet up. Like we'll go meet up. That's
So
the
very
idea.
similar to what Visha and Skel encountered. You get to where you see things going down, and you see that there are guards posted on a tunnel that leads further into the ground. Same obstacle as them. You could fight them, you could sneak past them, but or you could just, try to fool them and tell them you belong there and that you're supposed to be going down. Choice is up to you.
Well, I think I'm gonna go with well, unless again, Aizuesco, if you have any, if you want to jump in at all. I was kind of gonna go with the act like you belong. I've got a satchel full of messages, letters. Letter for the armory, or whatever. I might just hold it up.
I think Aizu's plan, because she's not one for subterfuge and secrecy so much, Firefly, is that I think that if she just goes along as if she is accompanying her captain on her mission, people are not going to really look to her for, like, you know what I mean? She's kind of just like there to make sure he's good. So she's not really lying.
Yeah,
in
I
any
feel
sort
you.
of a
I'm
way.
not gonna make you roll if you're keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah. I'm just like thinking, like, if she just does what she technically said she was gonna do, I don't think she necessarily looks suspicious. So if he's gonna play it off as he looks like he's gonna be there, she's kind of just like his attendant, like, I'm just here, so to make sure that kind of a thing. So she loses any sort of sense of aggression that she had. She kind of just relaxes
Okay.
a little bit.
So once again, Vesh, veils and sway.
Oof.
Oof, that is a failure with a twist.
Maybe
Well,
a good twist. Probably not.
it's a disaster. You go up to the guards and you grab this letter and you say, you have a letter for the armory. And the guards look at each other and say, right, this way. And they kind of like part to let you go past them.
Aizu would like to use her instinct to see how that went over.
So probably...
I want to use instinct sense
Yeah, go ahead.
to gather information.
Yeah.
443.
Ooh, a conflict with a twist. Thinking. You're a little bit confused at first, but as you're thinking, like, you catch like a look between the two guards at the front and kind of are thinking they didn't buy it. Vesh, as you like begin walking forward, you see them immediately and very deftly, like this has been a practiced motion for them. A cuff goes on their arm, and then they grab your arm and shackle you to them and start dragging you down the tunnel.
Hey, what is this?
Aizuesco, since you spent a moment to try to see what was happening, I will give you a moment to react as you see this happen. You kind of get the jump on them. That is all that has happened so far as you hear Vesh say that. What do you do in this split second before they start dragging Vesh down the tunnel?
What are they carrying, Firefly? Are they do they have like the standard, like we have the weapons at our side kind of a thing?
So one of them has a side sword and the other one has like what looks like a jagged serrated edge machete also at their side. And they're wearing like light leather armor. They're not in like mail or anything.
Okay.
But they look pretty tough.
Sure. I think what Aizuesco would do is, and I'm just gonna lay it all out, and we'll see how it actually plays out.
Yeah.
She would probably grab the serrated edge, and she's going to slash at the Achilles tendon of that particular guard.
Okay. So, let's see.
At the same time,
Go ahead.
I am going to brace real hard to just not move. Like they're trying to drag me away. I am a very large, sturdy dude.
You are.
So I am going to hunker down to keep them from hopefully avoiding his attack.
So, Aizu, what skill do you...
to me now.
Yeah, brace works for that. Aizu, for your move, grace makes sense as an edge, but what skill would you say that is for you?
I was going to say, like as strange as it sounds, I was going to say it's flourish because she's trying to move in a poised and balanced way because they're walking away from her.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to grab this weapon and in a fluid motion, like cut at his leg.
Okay.
So she can't. She's not trying to do like a wild
also thinking
strike.
flourish, oddly enough. So yeah, I would say go ahead for that. So you can roll grace with flourish, and as well, Vesh. I believe you're probably going to do iron with brace.
Iron brace, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Got a 5 and a 2.
So that is a conflict, and then for Vesh, okay, that is a triumph. So all
now,
of this happened.
my action was an assistance. Is it possible that mine could increase his effectiveness? Because my whole point was to keep, like, he chained me to him, so he's not able to dodge as well because I am just keeping him still.
So all of this happens at once. You're like, hey, wait a minute, and you like dig your feet in and try to stop him from moving. These guys are big and strong, but you are also big and strong. Aizuesco, with this guy who has essentially shackled himself to you, Aizuesco grabs the serrated blade, goes down, slashes him across the ankles. That works. At the same time as that, Aizuesco, the other guard next to you draws his sword and slashes into you, into your back as you do this. So you cut the legs out from this guy, and he lets loose a blood-curdling scream. Visha and Skel, out of the tunnel you just came, as you're sitting there discussing, having just come out of the tunnel, you hear the scream of one of the guards that you passed, as well as, I am assuming, also Aizuesco, as Aizuesco gets slashed as well. And Aizuesco, you can either take 2 points to an aspect or take an injury. Your choice.
I think I'll take 2 points to an aspect, and I'm going to take it on gelatinous form.
Okay. And the guard that was trying to pull you, Vesh, goes down to the ground. Doesn't pull you with him, though, because you are resolute and stand there. But the other guard has slashed into Aizuesco. What do you do? What do you all do?
I'm assuming his keys are like I saw him like pull out a key to lock the chain or something.
So he
like-
didn't pull out a chain to lock it. It worked very much like essentially handcuffs, just like on it, like snap closed. But
Do I see keys
yes,
on
you do
him?
see keys on him.
Okay, so I'm gonna scramble to get rid of this dead weight first and foremost.
Okay. Anyone else? All happening simultaneously. Can go in turns if that's all you want to do. That's fine. Just want to give everyone a chance.
Skel, do you have a cannon?
He didn't bring it with him. He doesn't
Oh.
walk around with it.
Shoot.
It's
Do you
a
have a-
very big cannon.
Do you have a smaller cannon?
Not yet. Haven't
That's right.
been able to build it with you.
Oh. We could jump him. Like literally. Jump. You know?
1 second. Yep. How many? You said Visha came up from the tunnel, and how many guards are at this tunnel?
There's only 2 at the entrance. It doesn't seem like they're heavily guarding this part. This is not like, there aren't a bunch.
Sure.
As you went further down, there were more and more. Like the density of guards increased the further in you went, but it was actually pretty sparse at the top.
Okay.
Yes, there are
Big
definitely
creesh.
many rocks around.
He picks up a rock and kind of shrugs at you.
Are we throwing them?
That was the plan.
Okay. I will help throw rock or supply rock.
I have 3 arms.
You do. Okay, I'll supply you the rocks. That way you don't have to waste time.
She will start gathering ammunition for him.
Find nice ones.
Of course.
Maybe ones with jagged edges.
She's on the rock hunt.
And Skel will pick up a very throwable David and Goliath-esque rock. And he doesn't have a sling, but he's just gonna throw this nice sized stone at one of the guards, aim for the head.
Okay. So, do you have break or hunt or
Iron and hunt? Teeth
Yeah.
and hunt?
I'd say either one of. I'd say teeth probably more, but yeah.
Teeth and hunt. Okay.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh
That's
no!
a failure.
Oh no! You can't get much worse than that. That's a 3, 2, and a 1.
We have had some
One free
had
charm.
rolls.
We had great rolls
So you
at
had
the
great
start,
rolls, and
then
now it's not doing so good. Vesh, just as you see this guard go down, you see Skel come in and just throw this rock, and it hits you square in the face. And I
Oof,
need you
okay.
to take 2 aspect damage
ooh,
or an injury if you would like.
Sorry,
instead.
Captain.
Yeah, that's rough. No, I'll take the aspect damage this time. Rough.
As you see Skull like, ah, and just misses the guy and hits you in the face.
Yeah, I think you see my you hit me square in the nose, and it might be broken. Blood's pouring out of my face right now.
At the same time, Aizuesco, what is your reaction to being stabbed in the side by this guard who is not shackled?
She's, I think, right now more pissed off than she is hurt.
Yes.
So I think she still has the serrated blade, and I think she would probably do the same edge and skill to use that, and she's gonna stab him like right in the femoral artery. Like she's aiming for like that inner
Going for the
thigh
kill
part.
shot. So, okay, you will cut one to go for the kill shot. If you are actually going for a kill shot.
I think her she's not necessarily trying to like neutralize this guy in the traditional sense, but like if this guy gets stabbed like in the leg, I think he's going to be a bit more preoccupied with that and trying to stop the bleeding than he is to continue to attack, I think is her thought process.
Got it. Okay. So you're not so I was mostly doing that. If you're wanting to do like a called shot, I would have you cut one, but if you're just trying to generally slash the guy, then you can roll normally.
That's yeah. Typically I just kind of say like what I am hoping will happen. If she fails, I let you take control of however
All right.
it goes.
Go ahead.
I think that's just two dice show.
So yeah, go ahead and do the same roll. All right, that's a conflict.
The last one. Mm-hmm. It's the exact same roll, in fact.
Yeah, actually. Oh my God, it is exactly the same roll. You do this, and you do slash into this person's leg. And this person, despite the conflict, the consequence is not that they get you back. The consequence is this person reaches to their side as they realize they're in a fight, and you see them take a whistle and blow into a whistle.
Oh no.
Okay.
Visha, you get a rock. What are you doing with this rock? It's a jagged-looking rock.
Skel, do you want me to throw the rock or give it to you?
I hit Captain in the face.
That's okay. I can fix that. You've got a great arm. And all right aim. Okay, well I can't do any worse than you did, so
I'm just gonna point out Aizuesco is low right now.
She's gonna throw the rock.
So,
As
break.
she's winding up, Vesh looks over and sees where the first rock came from and goes, "Oh, hey, Skel."
So, Visha, do you have break or hunt?
No.
All right, so just roll with teeth as an edge that applies. Just roll straight d6 with teeth.
Okay.
So she doesn't have any skills on this?
There's
I think?
nothing that apply. Harvest, no.
that means
Rattle,
it's-
no.
Rattle?
No.
So I believe any triumph counts as a conflict. There's no.
No.
There's no
She has an edge that works. She can use teeth.
I have an edge.
Okay, my bad.
So it's just
I have an edge.
1d6. Yeah.
A 6.
All right.
Ooh, let's go.
She doesn't look when she throws. She just kind of does. Closes her eyes and squints.
Oh my God.
She winds up and squints. It's like pure chance
And you
It's like
hit.
some-
and luck.
Henry Rowan Gardner shit where you just
Just-
hope.
You do that, and you hit the guard straight square in the face, and they drops unconscious. The one that is anchored to you, Vesh. And the
She
other
turns to
one
Skel.
who had blown a whistle and was slashed it begins to run away down the tunnel, and at that moment, you begin hearing more whistles, not from below, but from the town. You hear, and then after a few more seconds, you hear like a giant church bell sound. Ding, 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 ding.
That is not good.
Point of
Oh, no.
order.
Yes.
When Aizuesco was stabbed, did he retreat the blade or did he just like stick it in them?
He would have pulled it out.
Okay. Because I was like, ooze trap is a thing technically.
Oh, if you want to
Obviously, I
use
have
that.
to like have it. Well,
yeah.
it has to be a triumph when defending myself, which I did not get. I was just for flavor's sake. If you want,
Yeah, it was a consequence of your miss, not a reaction. Because
I'm not trying to. I'm just
But
throwing that out there.
No,
it's a thing.
let me actually read Ooze Trap because I haven't been in combat that much. Triumphs rolled while defending yourself
Ooze.
against attacks made with.
Ooze.
You know what? Just roll to defend yourself.
So just a straight 6.
Yeah.
6.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
LFG?
He tries to pull the sword out, and it is stuck. And you see him just start to take off, running away from you down
She like
the tunnel.
She like movie style pulls her head up and smirks at him when he tugs and it doesn't come away, and it just like slowly begins to like slick into her body, like, and he just is like, "F this," and just runs.
And he just runs. He's just booking it down the tunnel. But as the bells begin tolling and it's still going dung, 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 you begin to hear the sounds of people running, and you hear the sounds of metal.
yeah.
Chat,
I feel like
please
we
let
would
me
see
know if-
stuttering on our end.
Chat, let me know if you can hear us again. I don't know what's going on. This is very weird. I don't understand. Hello, 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 hello. Okay.
One.
thank
We've
you,
got a
Aaron.
one.
One. Thank you.
One,
Thank you, Kyle.
2, 3.
Yeah,
until the
I
vote.
don't know what's going on, friends.
Might just be a Twitch thing.
I am assuming so, or it's something with OBS. Because I'm like, am I cutting out?
Because you're
I'm
not
cutting
You're,
out.
no.
No.
Everybody
being a-
sounds super clear.
Yeah, Twitch is being a triple B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Twitch is
Not a
just
triple B.
Baby back bitch.
But yes, to answer your question, Vesh, yeah, you told people not to get too comfy.
Okay, just so that they might have a little bit of wariness.
Yes, they might
and
have the
them.
wherewithal to understand. Maybe they'll understand the situation. At the same time, they aren't soldiers, but we'll see how that plays out. But you all know you're about to be probably ganged up on if you had to guess. What are you doing?
Where's Lau? Does anybody know where he is? Because he seems like he'd be really useful right now.
No, I don't know where anyone is.
Captain, you have a man attached to your arm.
He should be. I was getting him loose, right? I found like he.
Yeah, you can grab the key and just disconnect him now. No roll necessary.
Okay, I mean he's not dead. He's just like
No, he's just knocked out
Achilles
on the
heel.
ground.
Took a
Yeah,
rock to
yeah.
the face.
Took a rock to the
Yeah.
face.
I apologize for my lack of accuracy.
That's okay, Skel. Don't worry about it. Okay, we need to move. Where are we?
Firefly, I'd like to make a roll.
What would you like to do?
With my firearms instinct and the sound of like them loading, could I make like a perception roll of like the firepower that's about to be bared down on us?
Ooh. I'd say instinct makes sense as an edge, probably. And do you have any in sense or something similar?
I don't have any in sense. Oh yeah. No, I have almost nothing in that third.
But you have
column.
instinct, which will work.
I do have instinct. Yeah. Okay. Let's just. Yeah. I just want to like see if he can pick something up.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Judging from the sounds, this sounds like a small militia. Definitely you're going to be outmatched.
I hear firearms being loaded. Not small ones either. We are outnumbered and outgunned, literally.
Did you find Needle and
Metal.
Youngblood?
I found Youngblood. So I went past these guards, and if you go down through the mountain, there's a bunch of mines, and everybody's working in the mine. And Youngblood's down there.
Okay. Well, then that's where we need to go. We need to get him out and then find everyone else, right? And he's
Right.
he's looking for confirmation.
Yes,
His
right.
eyes are wide.
I need a gun.
I want to find Lao so we have help. Lao knows how to fight.
You guys have
Okay.
maybe a moment before you're surrounded.
Can I search? Is the guy knocked out? Does he have a gun?
Ooh, let's see. Does he have a gun? We'll leave it up to chance. On a non-failure, he has a gun. He has a gun.
Ooh.
It is a single shotgun where you have to shoot and then reload, but he does have a firearm. And he has a pouch full of ammunition. Let's see. How many shots does he have? Let's roll 2d6. He's only got 3 extra shots, but it's better than nothing.
So one's loaded, 3 extra.
Yeah.
You see Skel's 3 arms start patting him down, and he pulls out a pistol from like his back waistband. This will do. Yes. 4 shots.
Aizuesco looks to Vesh and just says, "Which way?"
Okay. You've got a gun. We need to get Needle. We need to find Lao.
Which way?
Okay. I'm gonna go get Needle. And he's floundering, trying to make a decision. Okay, we should split up. Someone come with me to go get Needle. The other 2 are gonna go find Lao and gather the rest of the crew, the rest of the people, and we're gonna meet up back at the ship. That's the plan.
Vesh, as you were saying this, your mire rears its head.
Oh.
Which
Your
one?
mind turns to sacrifice in times of trouble. You have no intentions of making it out of this mountain. You're going to try to get Youngblood and Needle out, and if you die in the process, then it was a life worth living.
Then in that case, I'm going to say, all right, you know what? New plan. The 3 of you go find Lao, gather everybody together, and get Skel his gun, his good one.
I have. Oh yes.
And before anybody can hopefully protest, Vesh is going to run off in the direction of
Run
Needle.
further into the mountain. And as that oh, go ahead.
You don't hear a protest.
But you're going with him.
You do hear the crackle of lightning behind you.
Okay.
And as Aizuesco is preparing lightning, you all see at least 20 people.
Are we losing Frank?
Wait,
losing Frank, yeah.
Are you
Things
losing
are
me?
things are getting wobbly.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
a
Well, I
little
was about to
warbly.
send us to a break, so I can maybe investigate what is
Yes,
happening here.
yes. Let's break
But
before.
as you all are preparing, you see at least 20 people with guns, swords, come out from the town and start walking towards you all.
And Aizuesco's gonna bet they're all metal.
And we will take a quick 10 to 15 minute break. And when we come back, I think shit's about to go off.
Hell yeah.
So we'll be back in a moment, friends. Hey everyone, welcome back to Breath Between Branches. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Something is going on with my internet. I usually don't have internet problems. My internet's very solid. For once, I have something good to say about an ISP most of the time, but tonight it's just not being happy. I don't know. I'm just gonna blame it on California not knowing what to do when it rains, and it raining a bunch the last few days. And my fiber, I was speed testing during the break, and I was getting 10% less speed than I usually do, but I'm assuming it's just the consistency. But yeah, the ISP is not ISPing. Also, Tracy, we're not even using Foundry for this game. So put your hate somewhere else, hater. Save it for Thursdays.
Hater alert! Hater alert!
We will be back for Cosmere on Thursday, where Tracy plays the biggest hater character I think I've ever seen her play, where she just literally
Damn.
hates everything.
Oh my
and
God.
That's a lot of fun. And then you saw it during the break, but there is going to be more World of Darkness happening. I believe they're shooting it during PAX U, and then it'll be uploaded later. It's not going to be live. But that's going to be a fun game run by Tracy, and starring many of the usual suspects you've seen on this channel. So that's going to be exciting. And if you're at PAX U and you see people, say hey. That always makes us feel happy when people are like, hey, hi, Maggie. You know, it's just nice. Don't be afraid to say hi if you see us in the wild. Someone came up to me once and was like, I loved Girl by Moonlight. And I was like, thank
I
you.
remember that. That was so sweet
That
too.
was sweet.
So
I didn't even
random.
think they were talking to me. It was
No,
crazy.
it was so sweet. Oh.
And then next week, next Tuesday is going to be our season finale of this game. So if you are new here, like I saw someone typing earlier that said they need to catch up, youtube.com/magicrpg is the place to do that. And now we return to the impending doom for our entire party. Friends, you are surrounded as Vesh has run into the mountain to try to find Youngblood and Needle. And you all are hearing about 20 people with guns and swords come up to the tunnel entrance where you are. What do you do?
I think Aizuesco, her plan is to shoot out lightning ahead of Vesh.
Okay.
To arc basically into these various guards that are carrying, as you stated, swords and guns, which had to have some sort of metal in them, she figures.
So you were
Wait,
just...
sorry. Is Vesh running into the guards? Or
Vesh is
deeper into
running
the
deeper,
tunnel?
deeper into the tunnel.
The
Got it,
guards, we
okay.
don't know what
But-
direction they're coming from directly, do we yet? Like
The
do we know?
Firefly did explicitly say we had a little bit before we were surrounded.
Yeah, so the
So-
town outside and then the tunnel leading into the mountain. So Vesh is running into the tunnel. You are all not yet surrounded by the townsfolk who are been rallied by the bells, the whistles, literally the bells and whistles. So you have a moment before you were surrounded. So yes, if you would like to send a bolt of lightning ahead of Vesh to hopefully ease Vesh's journey into the center of this mountain, That is certainly
She is
something you
also
can do.
trailing him. She's not just gonna like.
Oh, you're following
shoot
after
lightning
him.
out.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, she's not just shooting lightning out and just being like, "Peace and be on your way."
I thought you were just doing it to scare the crap out of me. Just throw a bolt of lightning over my shoulder.
That is an intended side effect, but like, she's trying to get these dudes at least somewhat dazed and incapacitated before they start drawing these guns on us. So
Okay.
I was thinking Grace, mostly because she only wants to hit those people and she doesn't want her electricity to arc wild and possibly hit Vesh or anyone near like that she cares about.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking I was leaning towards sense just because she's aware of the attention being focused / she's reacting to an unseen attack. She can't quite see them yet, but I could obviously otherwise flourish I think is her best bet.
I would say flourish is the
Okay.
best thing to do. But I'm going to say, yeah. Man, this is tough. Okay, you're essentially firing blind. So I'm going to say cut 1, but roll
Okay.
flourish with your edge of choice. I guess Grace, probably.
Mm-hmm. So I've hit the plus on the cut 1 button. Am I still rolling 2 or am I just rolling 1 now?
So it should be 1. It'll roll 2 dice, but then it'll cut the highest roll of the 2.
Yes. Which, oof. That's bad. It's a 2 and a 1.
It is a disaster. I know what happens. You send this lightning arcing through the tunnel. And no, I'm not going to do it to you twice, Bijan. You do not get struck by a bolt of lightning. But what does happen is this arc of lightning goes through, and ahead of you, all of these lanterns, just the glass shatters on them, and the lights ahead of you go off, and you are totally plunged into complete darkness. As ahead of you, you can see totally nothing.
Okay, that's not ideal. Well, gonna keep running though.
Just blindly in the dark, running ahead.
I had a general look of the direction I needed to go. I'm going to hope that that my eyes will adjust, but staying still is certainly not an option.
So I'm going to say you're just force of willing. I'm going to say iron is definitely the edge. I would like you to roll iron. I would say sense to try to sense your way forward, but you have no pips in sense. So I think you're just going to be rolling with just iron to literally, through sheer force of will, try to get through here.
And that is a 6.
Okay. You
Turning it around.
are running forward in the dark and like kind of like fist pumping, feeling out and like trying to find your way forward. And so far, as you're running through these tunnels, you haven't managed to like crash into the wall or a cart or a person as you were just going ahead. And Aizuesco, you can hear Vesh ahead of you. I would like you also to make a sense roll to kind of keep track of him in the dark and follow him through. I don't know if you have an edge to go with sense.
I think instinct.
Yes, that makes sense. To follow
6'5"
your captain. All right. You manage to just keep pace with him. Meanwhile, outside, Visha and Skel, you have a moment before you were surrounded as your 2 comrades have dashed into the mountain. What are you doing?
Do we go in or do we go find Lau and everyone else?
Can you do that ghost thing?
I could try.
with me?
Oh, I don't know. I could try.
You could try.
Can I try?
When the
Please,
firefly
can I-
says it like that, what do you mean? Why you say it like that, huh?
Can I try?
You could certainly try.
No, too many spiders.
No. We could try. Come here.
What do I need to do to try this?
I would say on whatever you're rolling to try, I would need you to cut 1.
Okay.
What is your goal though? Are you just trying to go through the floor to hide?
Yeah, almost like a vanish move.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
slip by them so they run.
So
Right past
keep in
us.
mind, yeah, you need to sink into something. It doesn't make you invisible, it makes you incorporeal. So
Oh,
We just have to sink into something, which we can do.
you can do it, but you know,
don't trap me in the ground.
Whew, what a death.
Visha, so I'm going to say, man, you do not have a lot of skills for hiding, but if you would like to use, man, I don't even know. You suggest a skill for me for this.
Oh, we don't have to do this.
I am just, you made the
That's
suggestion.
true, we don't have to.
You came up with the idea.
What if
I
we
did-
just
I did,
run?
yeah.
What if we just
Again-
run really fast?
That will work too.
You have a gun.
I do.
Okay.
What if we get to the ship and we defend it that way?
Let's do that. Oh no, we have to find that. I'm going to find that.
I need bigger guns.
Okay, fine. We'll go to the ship first.
And they will move.
Or you can split up.
Or I could go get Lau, and you can go to the ship, and I'll meet you at the ship.
That sounds like a better plan.
Okay.
And he will hold out his hand. He's gonna give you the scout spider again.
Oh, perfect.
So I know if you get into trouble.
She will take the little spiderling and put it like in her little fur shawl.
All right. I shouldn't be long. Good luck.
Be safe.
And
You too.
just as the townsfolk are rounding the corner and seeing you dash in your different directions, Visha, I would say you could use hunt, you could use sense.
I'll take sense.
And you don't have veils, so I will accept grace
Okay.
to try to dash and weave and
Double
run
fours.
through all of these people. Ooh, 4s with a twist. You are taken back in your memory.
Oh!
You were sitting in the spirit root with your brother in a place that you spent many long hours with him, with a perhaps blasphemous single candle lit over top of a map and a pile of notes. You each with a drink, something mildly intoxicating. Your brother and you discussing plans. He says to you, well, we know where they are now, so it'll only be a few days before we get there. Don't worry. I know that you always have to fix me up. But this is important. My journey can wait for this. And you feel an immense sense of foreboding. But you then look at some of the details as you're having this memory, and you see sketches of Ardents and other creatures in masks. Masks that you then recognize from your other vision that you had of your death, which you realize now must have been some time after this, as you were experiencing a memory from earlier in your life. And then you are back, dashing between alleys, looking for Lau. Skel, I would need you to make a run for it. I guess I would accept some kind of evasive skill. What do you think?
Vault?
I would say, yeah, vault works. I would even say delve could work as well if you're gonna like go through alleyways to try to get.
I have one in each, so maybe instinct and vault.
Yeah, you can literally go from rooftop to rooftop during a chase. Is literally one of the descriptions for vault.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See how I roll. Oh, that's not good. That's a failure with a twist.
Oh no. You get onto the rooftop and you hear people point after him, and you hear gunshots start going off, firing at you. I would like you to make a reaction to avoid getting shot as you are running from rooftop to rooftop. You could do brace or something more evasive, but brace usually makes the most sense. Probably
Yeah, I'm thinking
iron
teeth and brace.
Yeah, or iron and brace. Either one works. Okay.
A 5 and a 4.
You manage to dodge most of the gunfire that's going off, but as you're dodging the gunfire and leaping from rooftops, you stumble and fall into one of the alleys, and you are quickly surrounded by 5 different people who draw swords on you, crammed into a small, 6x3 alleyway wedged between 2 buildings. Visha, you hear all of this happening as you go through the quarters that your crew is given. And when you get to them, you see that these people are horribly afraid. But before you even need to rouse him, you already see Lau standing up in the hallway. And he is putting on armor. You see he putting on his coat and kind of look at you and say, I suppose this is not a good destination for my people.
I don't think so, no. People are being held under the mountain.
He kind of nods. And where are the others?
Going down said mountain to free them.
Kind of looks and he listens for a second. Come with me and direct me.
We have to pick up Skel first. He's on the ship.
Then to the ship we go.
She will
Meanwhile,
grab for him.
and you will escort Lau to try to get him to the ship. Meanwhile, in the mountain, Vesh, you are scrambling around in the dark, getting further. Eventually, you get further enough in where there are lights again.
Okay, he's talking to himself. Where did she say he was? And she's gonna look in the direction, remembering the directions that she gave. Me as the player doesn't remember directly what she said, but I'm sure Vesh would.
I believe you talked about the cavern, Momo.
Yes.
Yeah. The first thing that you get to that even resembles what she was talking about is you see that there is a bridge that extends over a large cavern. And you see that there are several guards on this bridge. It goes maybe 20 feet across to another, like, essentially like leading across this open cavernway.
Okay, bridge over a cavern. Looking out, do I see either of them in the cavern?
You would have to get close enough to be spotted by the guards in order to get a good enough view of the people that are there, but you can hear what she had described, people mining and gathering resources below. But if you want to try to find Youngblood and Needle, that'll put you in direct sight of the guards that are standing on the bridge. And Aizuesco, you are just a few paces behind. You've managed to keep, thanks to your wonderful roll, you have managed to keep pace with your captain.
So I don't slow down. I'm doing two things. I'm going towards the bridge, or towards the cavern anyway. Maybe not directly towards the bridge if I notice there are guards there. And I'm looking to see, are there any ropes or poles, any kind of equipment that might be leading down into the cavern? Not necessarily like it doesn't need to be an actual means of egress. But if there's a rope, if there is some kind of pole,
there's definitely ropes, plenty of ropes. There's ropes to spare. I would say whether that can get you all the way to the bottom, not sure. That's an assessment you can't see with a coil of rope, but you see that there is a coil of rope on both sides of the bridge, actually.
Okay. So he's going to run out, trying to keep, without understanding fully the spatial awareness here, trying to keep some distance from the guards, make his way towards the rope, and he'll probably be seen, but he's going to look out over the edge, and if he can't see them instantly, he's going to yell out, "Youngblood, Needle, where are you?"
Okay, so yeah.
If he can't see them immediately.
yeah, that's fine. So you are just going to make it, so basically you see it's like maybe 30 feet ahead of you, you see the bridge, you see rope out in the light, you see guards on the bridge, and then below the bridge you can tell it like opens into a cavern. You run forward, the guards do see you, you grab this rope and make a sense roll to try to see them.
Okay, I don't think I have anything with tides.
Read me off tides.
It's not listed on the sheet.
Let me find.
Oh, it's on the quick sheet, right?
Yeah.
Exploration. Oh, exploration. Would that count? If I'm looking?
Sure.
Exploration, learning, lore. Either that or... Yeah, okay, no, I think that's the only one that works.
Make 1d6. Oh my god. A 6. Once again, you see Youngblood. You don't see Needle down there. But you see Youngblood just as he was before, with manacles around his legs.
Okay. I am going to, barely breaking stride, having caught a good glimpse of him as I'm running up to the edge, grab the rope and vault over down into the canyon, rappelling down the side. And if it's not enough rope to get down, then I will just jump the rest of the way.
Awesome. I don't even know what to call this. Do you have anything in vault?
I have 2 in vault.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Iron and vault, I think, makes sense for you.
He has spent a lot of time climbing up and down the mountainside.
And Aizuesco, you
jumping
tell me
from
what you would
rock
like
to
to do
rock.
as you see your captain grab a rope and just leap off of the bridge as guards try to get to him in time.
I think she will follow at a slower pace, but I think she knows they have weapons, so like it's kind of like a
Yeah, they
I
all
think
have
she'd be-
weapons.
I think she'd be more concerned with like getting on the rope and then firing back at them or preemptively firing at them before like getting on the rope and going down, if that makes sense.
Okay. So you're interested in
Defense,
yes.
essentially.
Okay. How are you rolling that one? The usual?
I think instead of I think it's Iron Flourish. Like she's trying to get rid of as many of these as she can,
Okay.
as opposed to Grace. But I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
and there's
effectively the same
there's about
number,
there's
but
4 of them on this bridge. So yeah, you have targets aplenty. Go ahead and roll that. And then Vesh, you can go ahead and roll your crazy vault at the same time. Wow, now the good rolls are happening.
I know.
5 and
I'm getting
5.
lucky now.
3 ain't enough, man. I need 5.
And
Oh,
a
with a
twist.
twist.
Ooh, who
Ooh.
has a good twist for this? I don't have a good twist for this.
Well, it can be positive or negative with this kind of twist. So
Yes, it can.
I'm going to suggest that the guards have I guess are you still like crackling your lightning as you're walking up? Are you still charging
I don't-
up or?
I don't think she was necessarily doing that. It was kind of like I think it was just her attempt to, I guess, dissuade anyone that would have been coming your way, since she was not going to try and stop you from running.
Okay.
So I think she's been too focused on making sure she keeps up with you to like also do that. So I would say probably not. It's kind of just like
Okay.
a very sudden pulse of electricity that would come out here, as opposed to like I'm warning you kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a positive twist. If anybody else has one to jump in,
I do have one. Trying to decide if I like this. Okay. I have a neutral twist. Could be
Okay.
positive or negative. Which one will be up to you. But as the thunder comes off of the lightning that Aizuesco you throwing at these people, it's so loud that rocks start coming off of the walls and falling down into the cavern below. And you realize, if you wanted to, you could maybe bring this entire structure down. You might be able to get the mountain to crumble on itself. If you wanted to. Vesh, as this is happening, you go flying over the top. Aizuesco, you hit 2 of the guards with lightning. But Vesh, as you're very successfully leaping over, and 2 of the guards get hit by lightning, 2 of them do not. And they go to their side swords quickly and swipe at you as you were jumping over the side of this bridge. I need you to make a reaction to avoid getting hit as you are making this mad dash off the side of the bridge.
So they are slicing at me with swords?
Yes.
Okay. I actually don't think I need to dodge at all because of one of my traits, which makes me immune to keen damage. I have a very thick skin from living high up in these mountains. I've been a very rough and tumble out in the wild kind of guy. I'm immune to insect bites, stings from
That
small
is
creatures,
awesome.
and keen damage.
Good
You're
knowing
one
your
big
character
callus.
sheet.
I am one big callus, yeah.
They go to slice
That's
you,
wild.
and they actually hit you, but it just deflects off of you as you are made of sterner stuff, and you go plummeting down into the cave. Now, let's find out whether this rope is long enough. I'm going to roll 2d6, and on any success, the rope is long enough. On a failure, it is not long enough. It is long enough. As you go flying off of this bridge, Indiana Jones style, and get to the ground, and you see the work stop, and you see guards turn to you, kind of in shock about what is happening. But you see Youngblood there, and he says, Vesh?
It's me. And he's going to say, let's go. We're getting out of here. And he's going to run up to Youngblood and see that he is shackled and say, and realize, he might actually have the key to this, having picked it up off of a guard before to
Ooh.
remove his own shackle. So
Let's
he is going to
see.
try and see if that works on, I'm assuming that there's a good chance
take
that
a
these
chance.
are.
Yeah. What are the odds that this is the same key? What do you all think? What are the chances? Good chances? Bad chances?
I think a
Good
chance.
chances, for sure.
I'd say 50%.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
50%? Yeah, go.
I take that deal. You
Damn
put
good
the
deal.
key in, you turn, and it unlatches. Meanwhile, outside, Skel, you have fallen down on the ground, surrounded by 6 people in this alleyway.
Oh, you said 5. You said 5.
5. Thank you.
Just gotta
5.
make sure.
Skill said, wait,
5.
Let's be real clear about this.
Yeah.
Where did
I
extra
got-
motherfucker come from?
I got 4 bullets and extra
Oh,
arms. All right. Yeah.
Okay, all right. You are surrounded by 4 people. What do you do?
Am I on the ground?
Yes. Face first.
Ooh.
You
Ooh.
have fallen off of the roof.
What do I do? What do I do? I think I do what I'm good at. He's gonna roll over with this revolver and just point and shoot.
All right. Do you have hunt? Yes.
I do. Yep.
Teeth, probably.
Yep.
Roll it.
Okay, let's do this. A 5.
With a
2-2 with a
twist.
twist.
Ooh.
Okay. As you have fallen, you realize, oh, it's actually good fortune. You notice that there's actually bullets on the ground.
How
There's
many?
a lot of bullets on the ground.
Oh.
There's 11 bullets on the ground,
Wow. Okay.
just scattered around you. They look like maybe they'll go in the gun. You fire, and you down one of them. But the other 4 that are left draw blades and attack at you.
Okay.
I need you to make a reaction to try to avoid getting hurt, and I need you to cut one from however you were doing it.
Iron Embrace.
Go for it. And make sure to cut one.
So that's just one. I have 2 dice, so that goes down to 1, right?
No. So what? You'll roll both of them, but it'll get rid of the highest roll. There should be a way that
Got
you
it.
can.
Yep,
can
I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I see it. Yeah. Oh, that's a 1.
They hack at you with swords, and I need you to take either a wound or 3 aspect damage.
Where does wounds go?
So I believe it'll be temporary tracks, if I am remembering correctly on this sheet. If not, here, let me do a quick.
I will
book
take 3 aspect damage.
search. Okay. Visha, you
Yeah.
hear a gunshot from a nearby alley as you are on your way back to the ship.
Is
Do
my
you
little
ignore
spider
it
friend
or
point-
do you
No,
pursue it?
I have tiny spiderling in my
That's a good
my
point.
shoulder fluff.
What does tiny spider thing do?
Well, tiny spider thing just I can hear and see out of it.
Yes.
So unless you ask it, Skel's kind of
Preoccupied.
indisposed right now.
Skel,
Yeah.
Skel, where are you?
And you see the spider kind of look at you, and one little spider leg just points towards the gunshot.
Her checking. Is that Skel? Yes, it's Skel.
Lau, Skel's down that alley.
Stay behind me. And Skel, I noticed you marked all of one of your aspects. Do you want to narrate what happens as they are slashing you, given that
I
you
do,
marked
so-
all this aspect?
Yes. As he fires with one arm and takes one out, and he sees the swords coming, he raises his third arm to block, and they just start hacking his arm to pieces, I guess.
You see little spiders break off from the hive, and what is normally an arm turns into tiny little spiders that scatter on the ground.
And his linen outfit that he kind of covers himself with, the sleeve just goes limp, and it's just like it just hangs there.
I knew where you were going with that. Oh. Visha, I would love. Do you have any skill to get somewhere quickly? Or navigation of sorts?
Hey, what are the odds? Surely I can use this for something, please. Maybe not. Yeah, I got harvest. I got rattle. I got tend. I got sway. I got study. I got sense.
Just roll a d6 for me.
A 5.
Okay. I'm going to roll for Lau. Okay.
Ooh.
You are lost and you're like trying to figure out, you're looking at the buildings, you're going to where you think the shot is, but everywhere you go, it's just like there's another building in the way. And Lau seems to understand, and you see bits of metal come out from under his coat and make like a ramp below as the metal like plasters on top of itself and goes to the
Damn.
top of a building. And then he begins running on the rooftops.
I will follow.
Lao runs. Skel, you, I'm assuming, reload this firearm and are going to take another shot.
I have a better idea.
Okay.
Why you say it like that?
As Skel deflects with his Urzat arm, I think that's how you say that, and he kind of gets chopped and all the spiders lose their connection to the hive mind. I want to kind of do a double thing if I can.
Sure.
He is going to clamber like up, like on like all fours and like take off down the alley. But as he does that, and I will, however you want to flavor this, whether it affects it later on or whatever, as he gets up, he goes to his belt, and in my salvage, I have firing charges. So he's going to undo his belt with like his his bio black powder.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get up, drop the belt, they kind of sprint, aim, and try to shoot the firing charges in the alley.
That's awesome. So I would say we'll do a setup. We'll do vault and then hunt
Okay.
for that.
That is a fail.
Oh no! The vault is a fail. What about the hunt?
Better.
Okay.
I got it.
Go.
As Skel turns, like he's he's on his back, he shoots, he raises his arm, he gets cut, he realizes what happened, so he turns on all fours to like almost like when like a 100-yard dash, like he gets up to like run. What happens is he takes a sword to the back, which causes the belt to get cut. He doesn't release the firing charges, but as he's running and feels the lost connection between some of the spiders on his back, and he feels kind of the weightlessness of not carrying around his firing charges, he realizes that they've dropped and he sees an opportunity and he just turns and shoots.
Awesome.
So I will take the damage for the fail, but that's how the charges get cut off.
Wonderful. Please give yourself a minor milestone for that. That is
Ooh.
beautifully done. You see, as they realize what you're about to do, it's too late, and only one of them is able to jump out of the way as you fire. And ahead of you, Visha, you see an explosion in a nearby alleyway and smoke coming from it. As the smoke clears, you hear a loud whistle. Hold your fire! And you hear the abrupt stopping. All stops, except for you hear one slow, methodical footsteps on stone. Just clap, clap, clap. And you see a man with a black bandana and a long rifle slung over his shoulder walk up on top, basically next to Skel, and is towering over him and says, "Friend, you've got a lot of spirit, and I would hate to have to kill you. I'd rather have you integrated into my beautiful world. How about it?" And Skel, weary and exhausted, you hear that and see this Ardent. He looks very stereotypically like a pirate and just has a rifle slung over his shoulder, has blades and other ordnances very similar to yours strapped to a vest. And you see that he has a gold star pinned to his shirt. We cut inside the mountain. Vesh, as you get Youngblood out, you hear someone from above say, "Open fire!" And they begin shooting at you with Youngblood.
I am going to immediately try and pull Youngblood to cover somewhere.
There's lots of debris. There's ore and rocks and carts everywhere. There is plenty of cover here.
Yeah, so, ducking behind a cart, I think, just to get our bearings and figure out which way we are going to run to get out of here. I'm gonna pull him behind a cart and yeah, okay, yeah. So
I'd say
I should
iron
roll, I
and
guess.
brace probably.
5, 4, and 3.
Okay. You manage to avoid all the damage, but as you're looking around, you don't see a easy way out. There are definitely ways. There's tunnels leading everywhere from this large cavern. In fact, it would it's easy to get out of the cavern, but which one of these goes where, you have no idea. Aizuesco, as you saw your friend jump off the bridge, the other two guards that were still standing that swiped him and had nothing happen, they turn towards you and begin running to you. What do you do?
Light them up.
Go for it, friends.
Okay. That was almost a 6 and a 5, but it's a 4 and a 5 using Grace and Flourish to light them up with lightning.
You manage to send a bolt of lightning into one of them who drops on the way. The other one, though, gets inside your range and goes to attack you with his same sword that he tried to attack Vesh with. I need you to make a reaction to try to evade. How do you do it?
I think she would use iron and I think she'd use iron and flourish to kind of just not necessarily duck out of the way, but it's kind of pivot out of the way, just kind of moving her torso out of the way of his stab.
Go for
I
it.
think is what she would do. 6 and a 4.
Okay, you managed to completely avoid the damage.
I would love to use Ooze Trap to take his fucking sword too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You take his sword and he is in front of you disarmed, realize, but then he actually puts his fists up like he's about ready to box with you.
Okay. So I think what actually happens is that he stabs and misses, and she kind of just backs into the flat side of the blade, and it
Very
just
nice.
won't come away.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt her necessarily, but it
Yeah,
just doesn't
you
come
just
away
get
as
absorbed into it. So now you have 2
Yeah.
extra swords in your mess.
Here's like a gelatinous cube.
You
You're
are a
sucking it.
gelatinous cube. Just sucking
That is
weapons in.
exactly the hope as far as what she is. And when he puts up his fists, she actually takes one step, she doesn't move backwards, but her left leg goes back and she brings her hands up like this, and she just waits for him.
Oh, okay. Like hit me. Okay.
There's a Bulgarian wrestler that his opening stance is this. It's
Okay,
not
I love
necessarily
that.
Like hit me. It's like this
So
is how she's gonna fight.
He is
him.
going to try to attack you. I would say you can. I'm going to give you added impact on your reaction to avoid.
Okay. So that means I would roll 3 instead of 2.
No, it just means that whatever you roll, it'll be the higher. So if it's a disaster, it would be a conflict. If it's a conflict, it would be a triumph.
Yeah, it shifts it up. Okay.
It shifts it up.
Yeah, she's gonna defend herself the same way with Iron and Flourish. So 6 and a 2.
All right. Yeah, that is basically a critical. Describe how you take this guy down.
Yeah, so he, I think, is he takes this stance as an invitation to close in, and he just takes a swing, and she moves back and brings her left arm around his neck and just cracks it, just like pulling it towards her rather, and you just hear like a crunch, and then she just like puts her hand on the back of his neck and just pushes, and he goes over the bridge.
That is awesome. And Vesh, you hear the wet smacking of a man going from 50 feet in the air into earth next to you. And bullets raining down around you. And you just hear fire and then another volley, and then hearing them reload. These are not automatic weapons. They're not even semi-automatic weapons. These are shoot once, reload gun, like musket style, but pistols.
Perfect. Okay. So one barrage has gone down already.
Two have
and,
gone
so
down at this point,
Two
actually.
have gone down.
But you're
So
in cover,
after the
and they can't seem to hit you.
So after the second one goes, I'm going to ask Youngblood. Where do you know what tunnel you came from? Which way did they bring you down?
I think so. They brought me by the prison on the way down. I think that one. And he points to just one of the many tunnels leading off of the room.
And he assumes that is going to possibly bring us close to the ship, because they must have nabbed them close to the ship, just by the timing of when that all happened.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's waiting for the next volley to come, he's going to look over for any other prisoners that are trying to take cover, I imagine. And
There's lots. It is pure chaos on the cavern room floor. People running, hiding, no idea what's going on.
And anybody that looks like maybe they've got their wits about them. Somebody that's like, you look and they're like, they're a little bit too like calmer than you would expect in this situation. Maybe they've had some battle experience. Maybe,
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I would say, you don't have sense or instinct.
Doesn't have to be a good, yeah, I mean, I'll roll for it, but
yeah,
it doesn't need
this
to
is
be
not
a
a
really
difficult thing. Just how much you get will depend on your roll. You're not going to come up blank no
Absolutely.
matter what, I would say, for this one.
Well, it's a
Okay,
2.
that's
so-
fine. You see, and it's a good observation, because even you haven't spent a lot of time down here, but Visha, you would have noticed this too. And I mentioned it very intentionally, that Youngblood was shackled, but most of the other people down here are not shackled. Why? With that roll, you're not entirely sure. But you can see that there are several people who they look way too trained. Like they are flat-backed against cover. People are looking around for what they can get their hands on. Shovels, trying to find a weapon on the ground. Some grabbing a like a torch off of a nearby wall. And yes, I said a torch fire off of a wall. And you see several people that look like they either have military training or some other kind of emergency response training.
Okay, so I actually wasn't fully. You did mention that they're not all shackled, and I kind of forgot that, because what I was going to say was, I was going to toss someone the key and try to unlock anybody else that
Youngblood
is.
is the only one around that you can see that's shackled.
Okay,
You can try to work out in your head why that is, but
doesn't matter at this point. So the closest person that looks like they are not completely panicking, I am going to try to catch their attention and yell at them, you over there, do you want to get out of here?
fuck yeah, I do.
Well, I've got a ship, and if you want passage off this rock, you should help us.
Do tides and sway.
Okay. 5, 4, and 3.
He hesitates for only a moment, and in between volleys, he dashes over to a rock closer to you, and he's not arguing with you. You can tell from his tone. It's curiosity. He says, "Who's we?"
My crew. We're gonna bust everyone out of here. We're gonna change things. And if we have your help, maybe we can do it. Finding courage he didn't realize he had, trying to muster as much confidence as possible.
The guy, he kind of smiles, looks down. He's like a very strong-looking Ardent, not dissimilar to you, and he says, "Boy, you don't know who you're fucking with." And we go outside to Visha and Lao. No one is paying any attention to you. All eyes are on this person with the gold star and Skel, battered, bruised, cut. And Lao looks at you and kind of is like, under his breath, "Miss Visha, what do we do?"
I don't know. Can you do something distracting so I can go grab Skel?
They'll see you. He just kind of nods. And Skel, you are familiar with this, and Visha, you are seeing it for the first time, as out of his coat he forms that same huge cannon that he did before when you took down the Golden Mane, and it forms in his hand on the roof and takes aim at this person that is hovering, not literally hovering, but kind of imposing over Skel. And then just looks at you one more time, Visha, for confirmation. And fires.
She'll run as soon as he fires off. It is a dart to Skel.
Sorry, I rolled that on Vesh's sheet, but that was not good of Lao.
Vesh, come on.
I shouldn't have rolled on my sheet.
Sure. You roll on my sheet, you get my luck.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Lao fires this thing off towards this person. He turns as the shot is going off and quickly draws his own sidearm, not the rifle that slung over his shoulder, and fires it at Lao. Lao's hand goes up, and the bullet goes deflecting out of the air for a moment, and he says, a month's rations to whoever brings me the screw.
No! I'll kill it myself.
And we will end there for tonight, friends.
Man,
We
the hosts
have
do not love this.
one more week of this season. We have a coup or maybe a prison break. I'm not sure which one. One of those probably in process. Split party, hurt allies, and potentially some new allies in the prisoners of this place. We will find out how this shakes up next Tuesday. On Magi, we will be back on Thursday for Dying Storms, our Cosmere RPG game. And then we will be back next Tuesday. We might start an hour later. If so, we will update on the Discord, discord.gg/MagiRPG, and you'll see the server event. That'll be the place we'll see it first. And then we'll obviously put it out on socials. But we were probably starting at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern instead of 6 and 9 as usual. But thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it. If you have not caught up, you can catch up on our YouTube, youtube.com/MagiRPG. And we will see you all next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.